Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. I am your mentor Shobna to teach you subject science, and in this video lecture we would start new chapter 15, some natural phenomena. So in class 7th you read about winds, storms and cyclones. You learned that cyclones can cause a lot of damage to human life and property. You also learned that we can protect ourselves from this destructive phenomena to some extent. ओके, तो प्रीवियस स्टैंडर्ड में आपने लर्न किया कि विंड्स है, स्टॉर्म्स है, साइक्लोन्स हैं, तो ये बहुत सारा डैमेज कर सकते हैं ह्यूमन लाइफ को और प्रॉपर्टीज़ को भी। आपने ये भी सीखा कि आप इन सब नेचुरल डिज़ास्टर्स है इनसे कैसे बच सकते हैं और इट्स डैमेज को कैसे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं। You also learned that we can protect ourselves from this destructive phenomena to some extent. In this chapter, you will have discussion of two other destructive natural phenomena, which are lightning and earthquake. Okay, so in this chapter, we would focus on these two phenomena, lightning and earthquake, how it occurs, how we can protect ourselves, okay, how destruction is caused by this phenomena. So at this point, we are going to cover in this chapter. So let us consider first part, that is lightning. So we all have seen lightning. It's monsoon season only, and often we have seen that during raining or before it raining, whenever the sky is cloudy, you see that lightning is there in the sky, right? So you might have seen sparks on electric pole when wire become loose. And this phenomena of sparkling, it's quite common when wind is blowing and shaking the wires. You might also have seen sparks when plug is loose in its socket. Okay? कई बार ऐसा होता है कि कोई भी इलेक्ट्रिक अप्लायंस है, उसकी पिन है, आप सॉकेट में लगाते हो प्लग को, तो क्या होता है, अगर वो लूज है तो स्पार्क होता है। तो बिल्कुल इसी तरह लाइटनिंग जो है वो भी एक तरह का इलेक्ट्रिक स्पार्क है, बट बड़े पैमाने पे, राइट? इट इज़ ऑल्सो एन इलेक्ट्रिक स्पार्क बट ऑन ह्यूज स्केल. So in ancient time, people did not understand the cause of the spark. They were therefore afraid of lightning and thought that the wrath of God has visiting them. So पुराने वक्त में जब लोगों को नहीं पता था कि लाइटनिंग क्या है एक्चुअली, तब उन्हें लगता था कि ये लाइटनिंग जो है वो गॉड का wrath है, मतलब उन भगवान का प्रकोप है और उसकी वजह से ये लाइटनिंग हो रही है. ओके, तो उनको सही जो रीज़न है लाइटनिंग के होने का वो नहीं पता था. But now, of course, we understand that lightning is caused by accumulation of charges in a cloud. So in cloud, when charges they accumulate, इकट्ठा होते, right? So at that time, that lightning occurs. So we do not need to be afraid of lightning, but we have to take precautions to protect ourselves from this deadly sparks. And the sparks that the Greek knew about. ग्रीक्स लोग थे, उनको स्पार्क के बारे में क्या पता था, ये बताया गया. The ancient Greeks, they knew as early as 600 before century that when amber was rubbed with fur, amber is nothing but kind of resin. So when it was rubbed with fur, it attracted light objects such as hair. जो वजन में हल्के ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं जैसे कि हेयर है, उनको अट्रैक्ट करता था क्योंकि उनका क्या हो जाता था, चार्जिंग. You might have seen that when you take off woolen or polyester clothes, your hair stands on end. विंटर सीजन में ये सबसे ज़्यादा होता है कि आपने स्वेटर पहना है या फिर कोई भी पॉलिएस्टर के कपड़े पहने हैं. सो व्हेन यू टेक देम ऑफ, so that hair on your skin they stands on end. So if you take off these clothes in dark, you even see spark and hear a crackling sound. आपने स्वेटर ठंडी के मौसम में अगर स्वेटर उतारा है तो उस वक्त क्रैकलिंग साउंड आती है, तो आपने वो साउंड महसूस की है। और अगर आप डार्क अंधेरे अंधेरे में अगर वो स्वेटर निकाल रहे हो तो आपने देखा होगा कि वो स्पार्क भी आप देख सकते हो, है ना। यू इवन सी स्पार्क एंड हियर क्रैकलिंग साउंड। In 1752, Benjamin Franklin, an American scientist, he showed that lightning and the spark from your cloth are essentially the same phenomena. मतलब स्काई में जो लाइटनिंग होती है और जब आप स्वेटर निकालते हो तब जो स्पार्कलिंग होती है, दोनों एक ही फिनोमेना है। बट एक जो है वो स्मॉल स्केल पर है और एक दूसरी जो है लाइटनिंग जो स्काई में होती है वो बड़े स्केल पर हो रही है। However, it took 2000 years for this realization to occur. For that realization to occur, that how that lightning occurs, why it occurs. Before that, people just believed that it was wrath of God. And actual scientific phenomena, they did not know about that. Now, Bujo wonders that why they took so many years to realize the similarity. उनको इतना टाइम क्यों लग गया पता लगने में? So, Paheli, she answered that scientific discoveries are a result of hard work by many people. It can sometimes take a long time. Okay, Paheli answer कर रही है कि scientific discoveries they take long time. It's hard work of many people. Sometimes one scientist researches something and that research is passed on to other scientists. Then that scientist work for longer time. After that, any conclusion is derived or any discovery is done. इट्स नॉट ओवरनाइट कि चलो एक ही रात में कोई भी डिस्कवरी हो गई, कोई भी रिसर्च कंप्लीट हो गई। इट इज़ अ लॉन्ग टाइम प्रोसेस। ओके, we shall now study some property of electric charges and we shall also see that how they are related to the lightning in the sky. Okay, तो lightning के पीछे क्या scientific phenomena है that we are going to see. Let us perform some activities to understand the nature of electric charges. But recall first what you might have played as a game. When you rub plastic scale on your dry hair, the scale can attract very small pieces of paper. This is a charging phenomenon. Okay? आपने कई बार ये गेम खेली होगी कि आपके हेयर ड्राई है तब आपने प्लास्टिक स्केल को अपने हेयर पर रब करके प्लास्टिक पेपर के जो स्मॉल पीसेस है उनको अट्रैक्ट किया होगा। तो ये कुछ और नहीं, चार्जिंग फिनोमिना है। ठीक है, तो एक्टिविटी 5.1 को मैं आपको यही एक्टिविटी दी गई। टेक अ यूज्ड बॉल पेन रिफिल एंड रब इट विगरसली विथ अ पीस ऑफ पॉलीथीन एंड देन ब्रिंग इट क्लोज टू स्मॉल पीसेस ऑफ पेपर. टेक केयर नॉट टू टच द रब्ड एंड ऑफ रिफिल विथ योर हैंड or with metallic object, and repeat the activity with small pieces of dry leaf, husk, mustard seed and record your observation. तो आप जब ये एक्टिविटी करेंगे तो जितने लाइट ऑब्जेक्ट है उनमें से कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट है वो अट्रैक्ट होंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि जब आपने बॉलपेन रिफिल को पॉलीथीन से रब किया तब उसका चार्जिंग हो गया। तो चार्जिंग, कुछ चार्जेस है पॉलीथीन से रिफिल पर आए, रिफिल पर से कुछ चार्जेस पॉलीथीन पर गए, तो दोनों का चार्जिंग हुआ है। और अब ये चार्ज रिफिल है वो आप किसी पेपर के पास ले जाओगे तो वो पेपर के पीसेस को अट्रैक्ट करेगा। और ये रिज़ल्ट आपको कब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अच्छे से देखने को मिलेगा? जब आप इस चार्ज रिफिल के एंड को एकदम लाइट वेट ऑब्जेक्ट के पास ले जाते हो तब वो उसको अट्रैक्ट करेगा, अदरवाइज इट वुड नॉट अट्रैक्ट द पीस ऑफ पेपर. ओके, and one care you should take is that you are not going to touch the charged end of refill, and you are not going to touch that end of refill to any metallic object, otherwise that charge which are present on refill they would pass, they would transfer on the metallic object. Okay, or the or your hand if you are touching it. Fine, so that care should be taken. Okay, so when plastic refill is rubbed with polythene, it acquires small electric charge. When plastic refill is rubbed, when you rub it with polythene, so some charges from polythene transfer to this plastic refill. So this refill is charged now. And when a plastic comb is rubbed with dry hair, it acquires small charge. ड्राई हेयर से जब प्लास्टिक कॉम को रब किया जाता है तब वो भी चार्ज हो जाता है. So these objects are called charged object having charges on it. That charges may be either positive or negative charge. And in the process of charging the refill and plastic comb, पॉलीथीन एंड हेयर ऑल्सो गेट चार्ज. ओके, दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट जिनसे आप इनको रब कर रहे हो वो ऑब्जेक्ट भी चार्ज हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, और ये चार्ज ऑब्जेक्ट किसी इलेक्ट्रिकल वायर जो ओपन एंडेड है उनकी तरह एक्ट करते हैं. ओके, so same phenomena occurs with lightning that we are going to see with one more activity. Okay, so here one more activity is given. Let's try to charge some other object that are familiar to you, and you would be just mentioning that what happens when you charge these things. So when refill is rubbed with polythene or woolen cloth, then it attracts the piece of paper and it is charged. So in first column you will write that yes, it attracts the paper, and in second case you will write that yes, it is charged. Okay, it is charged. Why it is charged? Because it shows that it attracts the piece of paper, and that attraction happens only in the case when that object is charged. In second case, when balloon is rubbed with polythene or woolen cloth or dry hair, again balloon and all these object with which balloon is rubbed, both are getting charged. And if you bring that balloon near to paper, then it would be charged. Or even if you stick that balloon to wall, it would stick to wall for some time. Okay, so that shows that yes, it is charged. When you rub eraser with wool, it would not charge. So in that case, it would not attract the piece of paper. So in this case, you can write that yes, it is not charged. And in fourth case, it is given that steel spoon, if you rub it with polythene, then or woolen cloth, in both the cases, it would not attract the piece of paper. So in last case, it is not charged. So this is how you are going to write the observation and fill up this table. Okay, so here we are done with that activity 15.1 and 2, which shows that whenever two objects are rubbed together, they are charged. Charge is transferred from one object to other, and the object which are having charges are called charged objects. Are you clear with this point? Okay, so here we finished the lecture. We would see the next point in next lecture. Okay, students.